Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm a Frugal Girl Guru. If you're new here, this channel is all about figuring out your finances and living a frugal life. But if you're back, then hi frugal friend, welcome back. So in today's video, guys, we're going to talk about debt consolidation and debt settlement. How are they different? How do they affect your credit? And which should you choose to help you to manage your debt? So stick around. So the thing you want to keep in mind, guys, is that debt settlement is exactly what it sounds like. It is helping you to settle your debt. So along with that, it's going to come with a lot of your accounts closing. The accounts that you have are going to close. So you have to keep that in mind and consider that when you are working with a debt settlement company. Now, will it affect your credit? Of course, because closing a bunch of accounts will affect your credit. But you have to ask yourself, what is my goal? Is it to get out of debt or is it to build my credit? Okay, so if the goal is to get out of debt, then it is okay for you to go with a debt settlement company. It will lower your credit score, but remember, your goal is to get out of debt. So that is the thing that you're focusing on. So now with that being said, let's dig into how a debt settlement company works. So they put you with an agent, so to speak. We'll call this person an agent. And this person works with you. They get all of the credit, all of the debt that you want included in this settlement, personal loans, credit cards. It could be old utility bills, phone bills, all of the debt that you're adding to them, that you want them to add to the settlement, and they're going to call these companies and they're going to negotiate a lower price. Now, a lot of times with these companies, when they're negotiating, you're going to have a lump sum because they're negotiating a sum that you're going to pay and they're settling it. Once it's negotiated, the price that they've come to terms with, you're going to pay that price. And a settlement usually, guys, is when you are agreeing to pay a total, agreed upon total. So that's another thing that you want to keep in mind. When you're going with the debt settlement company, you almost want to have a nice lump sum set aside because you're going to be paying the total debt off. So you're kind of dishing out large chunks of money. They're going to be way lower than you would have paid if you would have kept the debt, but it is going to be some large sums of money going out. Also, too, you have to keep in mind you're going to be paying them for their services as well. Now the amounts vary. So I don't have an exact amount. So it depends on what company you go with and it depends on the services that they're providing. All right. So now let's talk about debt consolidation. That is also a company that helps you to reduce your debt. But it works a little different from debt settlement, and it won't leave you with the scars or severe scars on your credit as debt settlement will. So let me tell you how those work. So a debt consolidation company is a company that they take all of your credit that you are including in the program. A lot of times this does not include student debt. As a matter of fact, most times it doesn't include student debt. Even with debt settlement, it's not including student debt. So these are just your consumer debts. Personal loans, credit card loans, those types of debt. So what they do is, guys, they take your debt, okay, the list that you give them of all the debts you want included. They call and they negotiate lower price. Okay, so anytime they call and negotiate a lower price, they're gonna stop those cards and those loans from being in operation, because what they're doing is they're stopping the interest on those loans for you. So there's no more interest accruing. Even with the debt settlement, that's the case. There's no more interest accruing. And that's really important because that's really how it allows you to stop drowning in the debt, because they're actually cutting off that interest, they're closing those accounts, and they're coming to an agreement or a settlement or negotiating a lower price that you're going to pay for those bills. So the way that a debt consolidation company works is that they give you a loan. They actually grant you a loan and they're going to pay all of those debt for you. And you're going to pay them back through the loan that they've taken out in your behalf, or the loan that you've taken out with them. This is not a high interest bearing loan, very low interest. And also included in that amount that you're going to pay back to them, it's also going to include their service fee. So you're going to pay a monthly service fee plus the agreed upon amount that you need for them to pay off all of your credit for you. And the reason why a lot of people like the credit consolidation is because you're actually taking all of your debt and you're lumping it into one loan. So every month you're only worrying about one loan or one payment as opposed to all these little payments of all the debt that you've incurred. So it makes it it puts your mind at ease a little bit more. And it also helps you to pay the debt off faster because it's already been settled. Interest isn't accruing anymore, and you're just paying back what has already been settled. So that's basically what a debt consolidation loan is. Now, how does it affect your credit? It does not affect your credit as bad as a debt settlement, because with the debt consolidation, you're actually taking out a new loan. You're taking out a loan to cover all of your bills. So you're getting a new loan and you're paying off that loan. So if you're trying to make a large purchase like a home, it's not going to affect your credit as bad or your credit history. So the underwriter is not going to count it against you as much as they would a debt settlement. So if you take out a debt settlement, if you go to purchase a home, a large purchase like that, the underwriter is going to wonder, like, why did you have to get your debt settled? Because that's going to show up on your credit report. However, with a debt consolidation, it'll show up on your credit report more as a loan that you took out and that you repaid. You're maintaining your credit along with tackling the debt because it's not going to drop your credit as low as a settlement. Also, there's DIY debt management where you call all the credit companies yourself and you settle the debt with them and you guys come to an agreement of what you're going to pay and try to negotiate lower interest rate. A lot of times this does not work, but you can try. Always try. You know, that's the same thing I said with the goodwill letter. You always want to try because there are cases where this has worked. So, yeah, if you can try to do something without any additional cost to you, I say go for it. But guys, that is pretty much the difference between the two, how they work in different circumstances that you may have, depending on what it is you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to accomplish getting out of debt and having more money, or you're trying to build your credit. Based on those factors, then you're going to determine which one will work for you. All right, guys, so that's pretty much all that I have to say about debt settlement and debt consolidation and different situations in which either one might work for you. You have to consider what you're trying to do. You know, are you trying to build credit? Are you trying to get out of debt? Debt consolidation will allow you to do both because it's giving you a loan and it's not hurting your score or dropping your score as much as a debt settlement. But if you're trying to climb and claw your way out of debt and that is your concern right now, then yeah, I would go with the debt settlement, especially if you've received a large windfall of money. Then you can go ahead and take care of that and build your credit back up after you've settled your debt. So guys, that is all that I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you get a chance to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I hope that it really helped, okay? If it did, then leave me a comment. Let me know how it helped you or a friend because you're going to share this video. So thank you for stopping by, guys. See you next time.